We're accepting all of the recommendations of the report.
A pledge from BC's health minister to improve psychiatric care and how high-risk patients are handled. 1 year after 3 people were stabbed and seriously injured at a Chinatown festival. The suspect, Blair Donnelly, was charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault.
I think it's an excellent report.
That report dove into the events that led to the stabbing. That day, Donnelly was granted a day pass from BC's Forensic Psychiatric Hospital. He'd been staying there ever since he was found not criminally responsible for killing his daughter because of a mental disorder back in 2006. The report, authored by former Abbotsford Police Chief Bob Rich, recommends the Forensic Psychiatric Hospital take extra precautions for patients with elevated risks, provide additional staff training, and even use GPS tracking for patients who are out on day passes.
I believe that those recommendations, which reflect Mr. Rich's work, will make people safer, both those who are in the facility, the staff in the facility, and of course, very importantly, the public.
In his key findings, Rich said, "It is my opinion that some patients may never be well enough to live unsupervised in the community."
That leapt off the page at me.
This victim rights advocate calls it a step in the right direction. He supported family members affected by child killer Alan Schoenborn, who's changed his name to Ken John Johnson, who was also a patient at the hospital.
I read that as we need to up our game as a society and provide the supports and the treatment so folks can have the opportunity to get better. But it doesn't mean that just because they followed the 5 or 6 steps in that process that they get out.
The criminal defense lawyer in that case also says the report does a good job at improving hospital policy without impinging on patient rights.
The more supervision and attention you can give to any mentally disordered offender, the better. It's kind of common sense.
The province says it's already bolstering hospital staff and updating day pass guidelines, with the rest of the recommendations to follow. Donnelly is due back in Vancouver Provincial Court in March 2025. Jon Hernandez, CBC News, Vancouver.